The Red Star Senior Apartments, set to open in October, burned to the ground. The neighborhood fire caused emergency repairs for BART.
There was a fire that broke out at about 2:16 this morning that burned right next to the BART tracks. The flames obviously impacted BART electrical equipment, but the good news is the tracks themselves and the concrete structure around it were not damaged. The intensity of the heat was pretty dramatic. There were street lights that just melted away. The good news is that we've tested the 34,000 volt cables which supply power to a substation. There's no problem there. If that had created some sort of shorts or anything else in the system, we're talking about a longer term outage. So the damage is pretty much confined to a 400-foot section of electrical equipment on the track. There's an absolute army of workers, and they got here quickly and got the equipment here. And as soon as the Oakland Fire Department determined that it was safe to get up there, we were there and we were working on it. The train track is in good shape, and it's the third rail that's warped out of shape that needs to be replaced.
The disaster scenario shut down all Trans-Bay service. BART pledged to have the system up and running by the evening commute. Nearly 400 feet of the electric third rail, which supplies power to the trains, had to be replaced. 40 to 45 insulators also had to be replaced, along with 200 feet of control system cable and 900 to 1,200 feet of other cable that had been damaged or incinerated. BART engineers are testing the repairs right now at 2:30 p.m. There are trains standing by nearby that in a few minutes will begin test runs. Once they are successful, regular service will resume on BART.
It's testing the voltage right now. It's a thumbs up. They're coming off the tracks. 3:08 p.m. The tracks are cleared and the test train is headed this way. Not approaching at its normal speed, obviously. This is a test, so it's approaching the station much slower than normal. And it's going through the repair zone right now. Engineers methodically watching to make sure everything's okay. And it appears to be just fine.
Both directions were checked for public safety.
Again, this is the first test for eastbound train traffic since the tracks reopened. They'll be going through slow the first time around. There are the engineers, and the area that was damaged is right there. And no problem.
Service was restored at 3:50 p.m. AC Transit and added ferry service aided thousands of commuters. But with BART down, a Giants game, and the U.S. Open underway, BART officials empathize with commuters who were stuck in massive gridlock because of a neighborhood fire. Mark Jones reporting, BART TV.